Hello, YouTube. Revolvers. What's the deal with revolvers? They seem to be making a big comeback, and a lot of people are making the move to carry them as their concealed carry gun. And I have to say, I'm kind of riding that right now. But what I want to talk about today is what special considerations you need when choosing a revolver, and also when handling a revolver. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm Dr. Tactical, and the doctor will see you now. Welcome back to the channel. And those of you who are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy what you see, and I hope you consider hitting the subscribe button. That way you can see more of our content. Hit that bell, and please like and share with your friends. In fact, I often say, share with your friends, share with your loved ones. And you know what? Those people that you really don't like, screw them. Share it with them. That'll teach them. Anyway, I appreciate it. And those of you who already have subscribed, or who have subscribed, do not hit the subscribe button. But those of you who have watched and have not yet hit the subscribe button, it's greatly appreciated. Okay, on to the today's topic. So today, revolvers are really making a comeback. And I think the main reason for me, actually, what's got my interest is the carryability of it. Pretty sure that's a word. Anyway, if it's not, it is now. Some of these little revolvers, and even the bigger revolvers, you can do all kinds of things with the grips, because unlike a semi-automatic pistol where the grip is what houses the magazine, so you're kind of stuck with the angle of the grip, and you're also stuck with the circumference of the grip because it has to house a certain size magazine. None of that holds anything to do with a revolver. So with the revolver, the grip can really be angled differently. You can get different sizes and different lengths. So really it comes down to what your comfort level is. So from a carrying standpoint, and you know what else isn't on these things? A freaking beaver tail, because I hate beaver tails. That nothing ruins my day more than that certain later on in the day, because I'm comfortable for hours and hours, when all of a sudden the beaver tail moves to a point where I'm like, I can't bend over. So anyway, no beaver tail on a revolver. That's really nice. Okay, but that's not the purpose of today's topic. Anyway, the purpose is I want to talk about what you need to take into consideration when you're carrying a revolver. It's not like shooting a pistol. Well, it is a pistol. It's not like shooting a semi-auto. And what I mean by that is, with a revolver, one of the nice things is these have all been safety checked and cleared, and they're really easy to do that with, because first of all, there's a gap in most of these, especially in the back. Well, you know what? Let's look at it on the Ruger. Really shows it. I mean, you can look in there and see there's no casings in there, so no brass in there. So you know you're safe. Now that's the case for pretty much all the revolvers I have, except for the Kimbers. The Kimbers, and that's really actually what just got me going down this path, is I saw these Kimbers at my local gun store, and I got excited. I handled them. I was looking at them, and they're so nicely made that and the reason you can't see what's in it is it's recessed. The actual area where the shells sit is recessed into the cylinder. So it actually sits very flush here, and more importantly, very flush here. And that is actually what I want to talk about today, because hand position. Now, I didn't have an appreciation for the potential dangers of carrying a revolver until I got my Chiappa. I know the Chiappa people are cringing because I haven't been nice to them in the past, because I had a little rust on this and we had a back and forth. But I love this gun. I do love this gun. I think it's really ingenuitive, unique. They were thinking outside the box. So I don't condemn this gun. I certainly haven't gotten rid of it. I was just disappointed in the surface coating. But what they did that's unique is they put the barrel down here on the bottom. So what's happening is when you hold it, when you shoot, the forces, when it reciprocates, goes straight back into the opponent's pollicis area of the hand. And instead of wanting to flip up like a traditional revolver where your bore axis is way above your hand, so you're shooting a lot of times these higher calibers, it can kick. Where this keeps you on target. It still kicks, it still goes back, but it keeps you on target with where you're aiming. Good idea. So here's the concern, though. You can't hold this, or let me rephrase that. You can, but you shouldn't hold this, I don't believe, like you would hold a typical semi-auto with the thumbs all pointing forward, because you've got an explosion happening in this cylinder. And in this case, it's all the way down right where your thumbs are going to be sitting. And we're going to talk about, what's actually happening. Because I went to the range today, and I brought some cameras, and I was really surprised and looking forward to sharing this with you. So get ready to see what you're holding in your hands. And these hands do surgery. So the fact that I do surgery from time to time, and then the other time I'm holding a ball of fire in my hands, has me a little concerned. So this is important stuff. First of all, this is my very first gun. I bought this in 1990. It's a K Frame Smith & Wesson, and I love it. And this I can grip. In fact, I used to even, I tend to grip it a little bit more down, but you have a little more latitude with this because it's such a big gun. But here you can see what it's doing shooting 38 Special. And here you can see what it's doing shooting 357. So this is no joke. There's a fireball happening here that we have to pay attention to. So then, the next revolver that I bought, which was a lot more recent, was this LCRX, the Ruger. And the Ruger is really a nice little pocket gun. It only shoots 38 Special. It can do plus P, but it doesn't do 357, which is probably a good thing because, this is what it can do. The 38 Special that you're seeing, on these images is simply the plain 38 Special, not plus P, 132 grain full metal jacket. This is the PMC bronze that we're shooting there. The 357 that you're seeing is the New Republic training and range ammo. It's 357 mag, full metal jacket, FP, 158 grain. Brass. So that's what you're seeing in the 357. So again, with this, you're just seeing 38 Special, and I would imagine the plus P is even more dramatic. All right, let's look at this little fireball. So again, I do like the way this feels when I shoot, but I have a feeling if I had the thumb forward position, I would not like the way this feels. Now let's take a look at the 357. Your hand position needs to be something you're aware of with these guns. Now, revolvers have been around for a little while, a real long time, actually. So revolvers, you don't hear about people blowing their hands off with revolvers, you know, the shooter, that is. But again, the pictures speak volumes here. So be smart. Now the Kimbers actually really did well. I was impressed. I would say well, I'll save this for last. So my Kimber K6XS, this is a pocket gun, much like the Ruger. In fact, I may do a comparison video on these, so I don't want to ruin it now. But let's look at how the K6S did. So again, this is only a 38 special that does a plus P, goes up to plus P. This this does have a really tight sealed chamber for the most part, compared to especially compared to the Ruger. But as you can see, it's a flamethrower too, to a degree, but it seems to be a lot safer. So nice gun. I have a lot of nice things to say about this, but we'll talk about it later. This bad boy is my Kimber K6S. This is a gun that I looked at. I know they're not all that common. My local gun shop had it. They put it in my hands, and as soon as I held it, I knew it had to be mine. It's just so well finished all the way around. Everything about it is just smooth, contoured. This is a 357 and a 38, obviously. And look at how it handles the 38. It's got a very tight coupling up on the to the barrel from the cylinder. It's really nice. And now, you know, look at how it handles 357. I mean, you've got a lot of power going through these things, and you know, a lot of force trying to work its way out. And the more that these guns, the better they're put together, the more it mitigates that situation. All right, that's all I wanted to share tonight. I just wanted to let you guys see what I discovered. I've been told it before. I've been told, you know, keep your fingers away from the cylinder, but it happens so quickly. I mean, you always see the fireball, especially on 357, coming out of the end, but you're not really seeing what's happening up closer to you because your eyes focus. The same reason we always teach people when they're, you know, shooting with iron sights, when they're ready to really shoot, focus. You know, you got three planes of focus here. You got the rear sights, the front sights, and the target. Focus on the front sight. When you're focusing shooting forward, you're not looking at what's happening right in your hands, but I am. And that's what this is about. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm Dr. Tactical. Dr. Tactical, out.